Former Republican Congressman Denver Riggleman has a new book out called The Breach. And in this book, he talks about his work on the January 6th Select Committee, and he also reveals things that had not yet been revealed to the public. I don't know if he's allowed to do that, but he did it. So let's talk about one of those revelations today. One of those revelations was that MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, sometime starting shortly after the 2020 election, began texting Mark Meadows, telling him that we've got to get the machines. So let me read these text messages that Denver Riggleman published. Again, I don't know if he's even allowed to do it, but he did it, so here they are. Hey Mark, I felt I was supposed to text you this message. You being a man of faith and on the front line of the decisions that are going to be historical, I would ask that you pray for wisdom and discernment from God. You are one of the people the president trusts the most. That being said, I want to add my input. Everything Sidney Powell has said is true. We have to get the machines, and everything we already have proves the president won by millions of votes. I have read and not validated yet that you and others talked him out of seizing them. If true, I pray it is part of a bigger plan. I am grateful that on the night of the election, the algorithms of the corrupt machines broke and they realized our president would win in spite of the historical fraud. But he didn't. Like, what are you even referencing there? Like, I'm glad Trump won, because the algorithms broke. What is this? Again, I'm left to wonder, are you back on the pipe, dude? Like, what the hell does that even mean? Because none of those are things that happened. And I gotta actually give credit to Mark Meadows at this point, because as Lindell points out, Meadows talked Trump out of the plan to go and seize the voting machines. But it also leaves me to wonder how Mike Lindell found out that Mark Meadows was the one who talked Trump out of a plan that Lindell shouldn't have even known existed in the first place, right? So you're kind of revealing a little more information than you probably should in those text messages, Mike. But he continued, the only thing any of us should fear is fear of the Lord. Every person on this planet needs to know the truth and see the evidence. God has his hand in all of this and has put you on the front line. I will continue praying for you to have great wisdom and discernment. To which Mark Meadows replied, thanks, brother. Pray for a miracle. So, okay. If Mike Lindell does say that God has his hand in all of this, right? Then wouldn't that mean that God chose Joe Biden to be president and God wanted Donald Trump out of office? I mean, because if you, as he says, he's got his hand in all of this and that's what happened, so wouldn't this be an act of God that Donald Trump is not the president anymore, Mike? I mean, you got to use your own logic, right? If you're going to throw things like this out, you got to apply them to what's actually happening in this country. And of course, Mike Lindell has never once produced any shred of evidence to suggest that there was any faulty things with the voting machines, any mischievous algorithms out there switching votes. It simply didn't happen. But he firmly believes it did. I mean, he's texting Mark Meadows. So I also want to know why, of course, the January 6th committee has not made Mike Lindell testify publicly. Like, it's not enough for Mike Lindell to go and talk to the January 6th committee from me. That's not good enough. Put this guy in primetime. Make him say these crazy things in front of a live national audience. That is what I want to see. That is what the country needs to see. They need to put a face to the crazy. And Mike Lindell's face is perfect for that. The country needs to see how loony these people pushing the election conspiracy theories are. And nobody exemplifies that better than Mike Lindell himself. So put him in primetime, and I guarantee you're going to create some must-see TV.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.